You are listening to the AI World Podcast, your trusted source for the latest innovations, insights, and trends in artificial intelligence, blockchain, fintech, and decentralized technologies. Each episode features expert interviews, engaging discussions, and in-depth analysis of how AI transforms industries worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest articles and exclusive reports from the AI World Journal, covering everything from emerging technologies to industry breakthroughs. For more news, global events, and access to AI World Society circle gatherings, visit us at aiworld.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to stay informed, stay connected, and be part of the AI revolution with AI World Lounge. Thank you for listening.
You know, campus life usually has this familiar rhythm, right? Late nights, studying, prepping for exams, group projects.
Yeah, that whole cycle of coffee, stress, and maybe some learning.
Exactly. Predictable.
Yeah.
But something's really shaking that up now. A big surprise guest has arrived. Artificial intelligence.
And not just arriving, it's kind of moved in.
Right. We're not just talking about spell check here. Today, we're doing a deep dive into sources, looking at how these generative AI tools like ChatGPT, DALE, and especially this new one, Sora 2, are built reshaping everything in higher ed. Our mission is to cut through the noise and figure out what this means for you, the learner. Thinking about creativity, truth, ethics.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It really is a huge shift. I mean, things that felt like, I don't know, science fiction maybe 5 years ago, now they're just tools students are using in their dorm rooms.
Right.
And look, there's some amazing opportunities here. Really extraordinary stuff is suddenly possible. But yeah, there's always a but. We have to balance that excitement with some pretty deep ethical questions these tools bring up, big ones.
Okay, so let's unpack that, this intellectual shift. Our sources talk a lot about how the power of words has fundamentally changed on campus.
Yeah, think about it. Traditionally, a lot of academic effort went into the actual craft of writing. Grammar, structure, finding sources, that manual labor.
That careful construction.
Right. And that skill still matters, don't get me wrong. But the focus is, well, it's shifting.
How so?
Well, now a simple prompt, just a sentence or two, really can spit out a pretty polished essay draft or a speech outline or even code. So the key skill is becoming less about the basic writing and more about how you phrase the request, how you guide the AI.
Some sources call it sophisticated prompt engineering, like being a conductor instead of playing every instrument.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
But here's a thought. If the AI handles the first draft, the structure, everything, is there a risk students just, skip learning the fundamentals? Like why sentence structure matters or how to build an argument from scratch?
That's a fair concern, and it's definitely part of the debate. The argument isn't really that those foundational skills disappear entirely.
Okay.
It's more that they get applied differently. Like, you still need to understand what makes a good argument to write a good prompt, right?
True.
And you definitely need those critical skills to spot when the AI messes up, because it absolutely does. It hallucinates. It gets facts wrong.
So the value moves from construction to what? Critical review, validation.
Exactly. Critical analysis, validation, correction. That becomes the high-value human input.
Right. If you get good at prompting, you can generate amazing stuff super fast. But here's the flip side. The big risk our sources highlight.
Misinformation.
Bingo. Because it's so easy to make polished good stuff, it's just as easy to make polished fake stuff.
And make it look incredibly convincing. That's the core danger, especially in an academic setting. Imagine generating a fake historical account.
With fake quotes and everything.
Yeah, totally plausible sounding details, perfect grammar, academic tone. It could easily pass a quick check. The barrier to creating sophisticated lies, it's basically gone.
Wow. Okay, so what's the takeaway for a student navigating this right now?
Well, the sources are pretty unanimous on this. Critical thinking, media literacy, they're not just nice-to-haves anymore.
They're calling them survival skills.
Pretty much. You constantly have to ask, is this real? Who made this? Why? What's the angle? It's about verifying truth in a world full of digital tricks.
So the AI handles the text production, but the student has to own the why and the is it true.
That's the essence of it. The integrity check becomes paramount.
Okay, so that's the power and peril of words.
Yeah.
But then AI steps up a level, moving from text to, reality itself, video.
And that's where Sora 2 enters the picture. OpenAI's text-to-video model.
Which the sources are calling a total game changer. Why? What makes it so different?
It's the fidelity, the sheer quality and physical realism. We're not talking clunky animation here.
Right.
Sora 2 can generate scenes that look photorealistic, understand physics, handle complex camera movements, lighting. It's a massive leap.
But that level of realism,
Yeah.
it really does change things. The sources give some pretty compelling positive examples.
Yeah, like the film student example.
Right. Someone who could never afford fancy cameras or a crew can now, potentially, create a professional-looking thesis film just by writing prompts.
It basically democratizes high-end video production. Suddenly it's accessible.
And not just for film students. Think about science education.
Oh, definitely. A biology professor could generate, say, a super detailed dynamic simulation of something complex like protein folding.
Stuff you just can't see easily in a textbook diagram or even some lab setups.
Exactly. Or another example, a student activist group. They could create a really polished cinematic video for a campaign, climate awareness, whatever, almost instantly.
Getting professional-level impact without the professional budget. That's huge for communication.
The speed and quality can amplify messages incredibly quickly.
Okay, so that's the amazing potential. Empowering creativity, education, activism. But just like with text, there's that double-edged sword again.
Always. The sources make it really clear. The same tool that empowers can also distort. And with video, the potential for distortion is, frankly, terrifying.
More convincing than text.
Much more visceral, yeah. Imagine someone prompting, create a realistic video of a large, angry protest erupting outside the main admin building on campus.
Even if it never happened.
Exactly. And Sora 2 generates this hyper-realistic scene, people shouting, maybe some pushing, looks completely real. It goes viral on campus social media in minutes.
It's causing panic, spreading rumors, manipulating opinion.
Wow. Or think about student elections. Generating fake video ads smearing a candidate. The possibilities for misuse are enormous and immediate.
Okay, hold on. Creating a fake protest video. That sounds bad, obviously. But couldn't someone say, well, political cartoons always exaggerated, or historical movies always take liberties? What makes Sora 2 different? Where's the new ethical line?
That's the crux of the issue institutions are grappling with. It comes down to two things, really. The level of realism and the speed and ease of creation.
Okay.
Before, making even a semi-realistic fake video took significant skill, time, maybe actors, effects. There was an inherent barrier.
A cost in time or money or skill.
Right. Sora 2 potentially removes that barrier. It doesn't just create content. It can create convincing alternative realities on demand. And they look so real, it bypasses our usual skepticism. That demands totally new rules for evaluating visual information.
Okay. To make this tension really concrete, let's use an example one of our sources brought up, the classic campus film festival.
Ah, yes, the film festival, a perfect little microcosm for this whole debate.
Because traditionally, getting an entry into that festival was a massive undertaking, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Months of work. Writing scripts, finding actors, usually friends, bribed with pizza, securing locations, borrowing equipment, endless hours editing.
There was a huge investment of time, effort, often money. A real labor of love producing something. Well, authentically student-made, warts and all.
Exactly. The process was the point in many ways.
Okay, now picture this. The AI disruption entry. A student submits this absolutely stunning sci-fi short. Looks like it had a Hollywood budget. Visual effects are seamless. Cinematography is perfect.
Technically brilliant.
But then you find out it was generated entirely in their dorm room using Sora 2. No actors, no cameras, no crew, just prompts. Maybe a few sleepless nights tweaking prompts, but still.
Boom. Instant conflict for the judges, right?
Or the faculty committee.
Totally. How do you even compare those two entries? Months of painstaking physical work versus potentially a few days of clever prompting.
It forces this fundamental question. What are we actually valuing here? Is it the final polished product? Or is it the human effort, the learning process, the traditional craft? If it's just about visual quality, the AI film probably wins, hand down.
But if it's about the journey, the skill development, the human creativity expressed through struggle, then the traditional film wins.
So what do universities do? The sources say they're kind of scrambling.
Yeah, it's causing a bit of institutional paralysis. Do you create separate categories, like best traditional film and best AI-generated film?
Seems plausible.
Or do you require mandatory disclosure, like every submission has to detail exactly how AI was used, maybe even provide the prompts?
That seems necessary, at least. But this isn't just about film festivals, is it?
Not at all. This same dilemma applies everywhere. Architecture models, coding assignments, research papers, marketing plans, everything.
So the core tension we're seeing Synthesized from the sources. AI as this incredible enabler, unlocking creativity.
Versus AI as a fundamental disruptor of how we value skills, effort, and even authenticity.
Which brings us squarely to the big ethical crossroads.
Right. The film festival is just one symptom. The sources map out really 4 key ethical arenas where these tough questions are exploding. And this is where it gets really vital for you, the listener, to understand what's at stake.
These aren't abstract debates. These questions hit right at the value of your education, your degree.
Okay, let's break them down first. Truth. We touched on this with Sora too, but it's broader. When AI can generate flawless deepfakes, video, audio, text, how do we verify anything anymore?
How do you trust sources? How do you conduct research?
Exactly. It impacts everything from citing sources in a paper to the integrity of student journalism or even debates on campus. Verifying the origin and intent of information becomes critical, not just its surface polish.
Okay, second big area.
Authorship. This is the intellectual property nightmare. Who gets the credit?
Right. If I spend weeks learning Python to write a specific script, I'm the author. Clear cut.
But what if you spend, 10 minutes writing a really clever prompt and ChatGPT spits out basically the same code, maybe even better code? Who authored that?
Is it the student? The AI? Both? Do we need new categories like AI-assisted work?
Precisely. Are you a creator or are you more like a curator guiding the machine? Where's the line for plagiarism if you ask an AI to write in the style of someone? Universities might need totally new ways to grade, maybe evaluating the prompt itself as part of the work.
Fascinating. Okay, third ethical challenge.
Equity. This one is huge. Access.
Meaning, who gets to use the best AI tools?
Yeah. These advanced models, especially things like Sora 2 when it becomes widely available, might not be free. Or the best versions, the fastest processing, might require expensive subscriptions.
So does that create a new divide? Students who can afford the premium AI get better results, better grades than those who can't.
That's the fear, a potential paywall for academic success. It challenges the whole idea of higher education offering somewhat equal opportunity. Will universities provide universal access to powerful AI tools, or risk creating a two-tiered system?
A really fundamental challenge to their mission. Okay, and the fourth area.
Ethics itself, the core question of use. Where do we draw the line between using AI as a powerful tool and letting it become a crutch that replaces actual learning?
Like the difference between using a calculator for complex math versus using it because you never bothered to learn multiplication tables.
Kind of, yeah, but maybe more profound. The sources talk about AI as a potential catalyst, handling the tedious stuff so you can focus on higher-level thinking, creativity, unique insights.
Okay, that sounds good. Productive.
But the flip side is using AI purely for avoidance. Just getting the answer, the essay, the code, without doing the intellectual work needed to actually understand it, to internalize the knowledge.
And the choice between catalyst and avoidance, that really defines the educational value, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That choice sits with both the institution in how they design assignments and assessments and with the individual student.
And the reality is, AI isn't going away. Our sources make that clear. It's embedding itself deeper and deeper.
It's expanding, not receding.
So the future isn't about if AI is on campus, but how. Will institutions try to ban it, which seems futile? Will they fully integrate it? Or push for this responsible catalytic use?
Those decisions being made right now, campus by campus, professor by professor, student by student, they're literally shaping what a degree means for the next generation.
Heavy stuff.
It is. The story of AI on campus, it's not finished. We're in the messy middle of writing it. And the choices being made today about truth, authorship, equity, effort, they will echo for a long, long time. They'll define what academic integrity and creative achievement even look like.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you, our listeners, with 3 questions. These come straight from the source material, designed to make you think about your own place in this shifting landscape.
Yeah, take these away with you.
First, thinking about tools like Sora 2, what's the most ambitious project you could imagine using it for? What creative or academic door does it open for you? Second, on a personal level, what ethical concerns does this rise of easily generated photorealistic fake content raise for you?
Yeah.
What worries you most? And finally, maybe the biggest question. If AI can now generate technical perfection, the perfect essay, the flawless video with relative ease, What specific human skills, what kind of human effort will truly hold the highest value on campus going forward?
That's the multi-million-dollar question right there.
Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.
The future of artificial intelligence is unfolding, and it's happening at AI World Week, the flagship global event for innovation, collaboration, and transformation. This flagship global AI event is designed to connect visionary leaders, trailblazing entrepreneurs, and influential thinkers to explore the endless possibilities of AI. Experience groundbreaking technology that redefines industries and inspires progress. Join thought-provoking discussions on ethical AI, digital equity, and the transformative role of technology in our world. Build meaningful connections that catalyze innovation and drive impact. AI World Week is powered by AI World Society, a global movement dedicated to advancing AI responsibly and ensuring it serves humanity. Together, we're shaping a smarter, more inclusive, and equitable future. Continue your journey beyond the event with the AI World Journal, offering expert insights, in-depth analysis, and the latest trends shaping the AI landscape. This is your opportunity to lead, to innovate, and to transform the world with AI. AI World Week. We invite you to join us and embrace the AI revolution.